Ladies and gentlemen, Wakanda forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. For this is a Fred Lanning Productions podcast.
We are so white.
Oh no. Trying to be on brand, man. Damn. Anyway, not gonna get political on this podcast.
Just put the music
I
on.
got nothing.
Yeah,
Put the music
that
on,
music
damn
on
it.
and shut me the hell up.
No, me.
I don't know what we're yelling about! We came, we saw, we kicked its ass!
Finished. Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine? Gonna get DeLorean?
The way I see it, if you're gonna build a time machine into a car, why not do it some style?
Who is this? What's your operating number?
Boring conversation anyway.
Look, we're gonna have company! Loud noises!
Hello.
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 I'm a Kendall Richardson.
I'm a Fulya and Michael.
And I'm an extra echoey Michael Lister. There's nothing in this room.
Oh no.
Oh my god. It's an empty space. Yes. And you're now experiencing a podcast called Fred.
Experiencing it through the medium of echoey room and no space for improv.
In space, everyone can hear your echo.
In space, everyone can hear you flounder. What do I say next?
We're back. We're back. It's been a couple weeks. But we're here. We're ready to pod and have fun and talk good nerdy shit. So let's start off, as we do, with our weekly watchings with the lovely Fulya. Please, what have you been watching the past week or two?
Wow. I've watched a few things actually. One of which I binged through the whole series in the last 10 days, right? It's an anime. So it was only 2 seasons. But apparently there's going to be a third and I cannot wait. And it is for The Apothecary Diaries. Holy crap. That is a great anime. It's got mystery, it's got comedy, it's got romance kind of. It's set in Imperial China. It's so cool. It's so cool. So we have a young girl who is trained by her adopted father to be an apothecary. So she's learned how to figure out what type of poison does what. She knows how they work. She ends up getting kidnapped, taken to the Imperial Palace, and she ends up working as a servant there in the palace. Then she gets promoted to being a taste tester for one of the high consorts. And like just things start evolving from there. Apparently there's a character in there that everybody, like, it's a guy. He looks absolutely gorgeous. Like he's got this really long flowing hair, but he's got a pretty face. So it's a very pretty face, and he has to put up he puts up this kind of this personality in front of everybody. He kind of works as it's almost like an assistant to the emperor, right? And so, but for some reason, Mao Mao, which is the main character, she's the apothecary. She doesn't particularly like him that much because of how pretty he is, and the fact that all the girls swoon over him and all that sort of stuff. But she's there to do her job, and so she gets shivers down her spine every time he comes up to her to talk. And so that part of it is like very, very comedic, and I absolutely love it. It's just the story develops really well. It's very well written. And yeah, it's just really fun. And just the mystery of it all. Like there is a sort of an overarching story that goes throughout the whole 2 seasons, and it's really cool. So I really enjoyed watching the Apothecary Diaries over there on that Crunchyroll. I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix as well. I think like the first season's on Netflix. So if you're keen, you can check it out. It's good fun. Another couple of things that I've watched. These two I'm going to mention are movies. So I ended up watching a couple of movies. They're both old, very old. So strap on for this one. Or strap in, I should probably say strap in for this one.
Yes, excuse me.
Yeah. Phrasing.
Did you say strap in or strap on?
Is it one of them movies, is it?
Strap in. So one of the movies that I watched is an Australian classic. And it's something that I should have watched a while ago because I loved it so much. And this is The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Oh, nice.
I really enjoyed this movie. I just in terms of the way that the story was told, the characters that were in it as well, and it felt very familiar because I had worked on the stage musical, and so I understood a lot of the references, and now I know where those references came from in terms of like from the movie. And yeah, it's really cool. Everybody did such a great job in their roles. I actually really had fun with it. I really did. I'm wondering why I haven't gone out of my way to watch it myself, like originally, like a long time ago. Like why haven't I? Oh my gosh, because Hugo Weaving does a really good. He was really good in his role as Tick. Guy Pearce was awesome. Terrence Stamp, holy crap, he was amazing. These men did a beautiful job in their roles, and I loved it. So like, I had so much fun watching it. So I'm glad I've watched it now. I own the Blu-ray. I'm really keen on going in and checking out some of the behind-the-scenes stuff that there has on the Blu-ray. So, looking forward to doing that. But yeah, oh man, I don't know why I didn't watch it like earlier on, or when I at least found out that I was going to be part of the musical. I waited until now to watch it. But that's
There's
okay.
Nothing wrong with that. I still haven't seen it either. So
Oh really?
yeah, it's been on my list the last few. Yeah, I know. Blasphemy. No, it's been on my list like forever, and especially in the last few months. Like me and my partner have been like tossing up whether or not to put it on some nights when we're trying to find a movie to watch. So I think we're getting closer to actually watching it. But
I will tell you. So I watched it on Prime Video, and if that's where you're planning on watching it, I'd get onto it ASAP because it's leaving soon.
Okay, good.
Because that's what it told me, and that was the reason why I decided to watch it. Like I thought, well, I might as well watch it. Even though I own the Blu-ray, I thought if it's already there, I might as well just stream it.
Don't you hate it when stuff that you want to watch leaves a streaming service?
Yeah. It's so convenient and wonderful, and just I support it totally.
Yeah. Well, if it comes down to it, Kendall, you can definitely borrow my Blu-ray if you would like.
Oh, thank you.
If you would like to watch it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I will probably take you up on that if it's not streaming anything else. I'm literally just it's also on Stan.
Well, there you go.
So it's also on Stan. So
that's good
for now.
For now.
Yes, for now. But yes, I will keep that in my back pocket if I want to watch it and I have no access. I will come to you. Thank you.
Amazing. And the last movie that I want to mention, it's something that I decided I needed to watch. It was a long time overdue. And considering that I'm getting myself into the universe, I need to learn more about this character. So I watched the 1978 Superman. The Christopher Reeves OG Superman.
Oh, you made my day, Fulya.
But, do you believe?
Do I believe?
Do you
Do you
believe?
believe a man can fly?
Tagline.
After
Yes,
watching
tagline.
this movie, I definitely do.
I'm gonna cry. I'm so happy. This is nice. It's so good. Okay, tell me your thoughts. What did you think? Tell us your thoughts. Even.
Overall, it was a very good. It was a very good movie. I loved how Superman, or should I say Kal-El, had to sort of play this very shy, kind of introverted character that is Clark Kent, where he kind of hunches over. Like, I noticed that too, especially in some of the scenes where he goes to take off the glasses and then he just stands straight up again, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Fucking Oscar-worthy acting, in my opinion. Jesus. So good.
I will also mention that Christopher Reeves, in his time, very handsome man, very handsome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, what a looker!
He sure was.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I'm gonna keep my current modern brain here, leave it to the side, because when I was watching that movie, the CG was a bit corny.
What CG?
They look. It was
But it was of its
groundbreaking
time.
for its time. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why I was like, that's the technology they had back then. It was the best that they could do, and that's still pretty cool. Like, honestly, it probably would have blown my mind if that was the time that we had that kind of technology and we see that for the first time. You're like, oh my god, they made the guy fly, you know? So I really liked it. I'm gonna say the intro part was quite long.
Welcome to 70s media. Cinema.
Where, it's the whole like the parents, and they're, trying to convince the council that this planet is gonna be, blown up to smithereens, and that everybody should get out of there and escape, and to survive. The pod they put Kal-El into, the baby, is this giant crystal star thing.
Yeah.
Compared to what we've seen, at least from what I've seen in the cartoon, at least, it's more of like just a smooth kind of egg-shaped kind of pod thing. Whereas in this one, it's this giant crystal shard. Lay it up. It was crazy. And just the way that the whole kind of story develops and everything else. And I was smiling. Like, it was really cool. And then, you had the Lois Lane from Margot Kidder, that she played that really well as well, which is really cool. Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor. Oh, wow. Honestly, I was like, dude, isn't Lex supposed to be bald? Apparently he likes to wear wigs.
Yes, he does.
Or toupees, I should probably say. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed watching this particular Superman movie, and I'm keen to delve more into the lore, watch the rest of the films.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah, that's what
Good
people
luck with
tell
the
me.
rest of them. like number two. Like I rewatched number two recently, and
Mm.
number two's all okay, but like it depends which version you watch, really. But like there's good parts in it, there's bad
Okay.
parts in it. But number three and number four are not great. I appreciate them because I watched them when I was a kid, and I was just happy to enjoy them for what they were when I was 10.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
now I've grown up and I rewatched them when I was in my 20s, I think, or my early 30s, and I was like, oh man, oh no,
It's not the best.
Oh,
It's
no.
not. Yeah, it's not the best Richard Pryor film.
no, not by a long shot. Sadly. Anyway, they tried something different. It didn't work. But Fulya, I'd be curious to see what you think of 2,
Yeah.
3, and 4.
Yeah,
Complete
a lot of
complete
people
the
that I
quadrilogy.
mentioned. Yeah, a lot of people that I mentioned this to. I'm like, I'm gonna see if to watch. I've watched this movie. Now I've got to watch the other ones. A lot of them were like, you can stop it too. It's fine. And I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
you can. You really can. You're not missing much.
Not to mention, like, they're like, even the other iterations of Superman, the more modern takes on them, they're like, you don't have to watch all of them. Even if you just watch Man of Steel, and that should be enough. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
but do you even need to watch Man of Steel though? I mean,
what? Okay.
Now I've been spoiled.
no. It's fine. It's a fine film. I just don't like the take on the character. That's all
That's
my problem. But it's an
What about-
okay
Fair
movie.
enough.
It's not a bad movie.
What about Superman 5?
Superman Returns.
Brendan Ralph.
Brandon Routh. Yes, justice for Brandon Routh. Yes, that's an interesting film. And it's sort of a weird continuation from number 4.
Okay.
Because it's supposed to be the same, like,
Continuity.
characters continuing on. Continuity.
Yeah,
Thank you, that's the
okay.
word I need. But it's different, and they retcon some things, and and it's like, oh, okay. Also, Kevin Spacey plays Lex Luthor, and take that as you will.
Okay.
I remember him being good in the movie, but now he's
A bad
we've
guy.
retconned him, haven't we? So yeah.
How ironic.
How ironic.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Anyway,
yeah.
go on.
So yeah, I'll
wonderful.
get to it. I'll watch more Superman movies. I'll give you my takes when I get around to them, and I don't. Who knows? My opinions might be the same. It might be different. We shall see. So
We shall see.
yeah, that's
it's
pretty
very
much
exciting.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I've been watching, apart from the usual of MasterChef and Two Broke Girls, just trying to get through those. But yeah, MasterChef is about to finish tomorrow, I think. I think it's today, tomorrow, and then the grand finals on Tuesday. So this week's the final week of MasterChef, and then it's done. And then I can get back to my life.
Tomorrow. Today, tonight.
Tomorrow.
Wednesday.
Tonight. Oh wow.
Wednesday, I'll be back to my watch anything else kind of nights.
Indeed. Alright, thank you, Fulya.
yes.
That's really awesome. I'm
Yeah.
You've come so far. It's just
I'm learning.
you're learning. You've crossed the pond, as it were.
Mhm. I am growing.
You're growing.
Now it's time for Batman.
yeah. Batman's coming.
Batman.
Batman's coming.
Batman. Ooh. I'm going
Batman.
the wrong way. Hold on. There we go. How's that? That's better.
Yeah.
That's good. Thank you, Fulya. And Mike, what have you been watching the last week or two?
Surprisingly, nothing. But I will say, the new King of the Hill's out, so I've been watching that. That's a good. That's a good continuation with the thing.
good.
So it was pleasantly surprised of how seamlessly it fits in with the other shows. It's sort of like just having a time jump, and yeah, that's it. Otherwise, it's all the same. So that's good. Been watching Always Sunny. Always Sunny's out. A couple of episodes. So good. I just like having half an hour of just absolutely stupidity and bad people just doing bad things and just being funny, and this is it. And also South Park as well, the new South Park. I watched it with my wife. We were both traumatized, seeing puppies getting murdered. It's, yeah, it is what it is. But me and the wife are actually watching a TV show together, which is great. It's a Netflix show called Untamed, if you've heard about it.
Yes.
It's got Eric Bana, and it's got Sam Neill, both with American accents, so it's jarring as fuck. but it's great. It's a murder mystery that takes place in a national park in America, and yeah, in each episode's it's been great. Sort of a low budget affair, and you can sort of tell, but it's still the story behind it is still tantalizing because it's a murder mystery and you're trying to figure out, and you meet people who visit the park, live at the park, live in the park legally, but there you go. And yeah, it's about this detective guy that's discovering this murder, maybe suicide. We don't know yet. We don't know what's the deal, but there's a big conspiracy plot which is getting very tantalizing. We've only done like 4 episodes. I can't remember how many episodes there is, but I don't want to know. Otherwise, I'm just, it's like, ooh, this is the one where we find out. I just like, we're just enjoying it. And yeah, I have to rewatch the 4th episode because I fell asleep because I'm still recovering from my operation, which is pretty daunting. Yeah, but otherwise, I've been watching Critical Role, The Mighty Nine, Campaign 2. And I have watched 20 episodes already within the 2 weeks. So that's been mostly my time. And yeah, I like it. I think I like this campaign more than Vox Machina, in a way.
Oh.
Because the first one, they were sort of trying to find their groove and to figure out stuff, and they sort of go everywhere. Where this one's more streamlined, they sort of have like for a D&D sort of campaigns, you sort of find out mercenaries. These mercenaries that they all sort of come together in the first couple of episodes, and then they start traveling with each other and doing missions and quests and yeah, it's been very interesting. Like, I don't know what the overarching sort of story is, but I find that's sort of it's sort of relieving me from it's going to be this ongoing thing, because I'm sort of getting sick of overarching sort of narratives when it can just be like a story each week and fights each week. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to the cartoon that's coming out at the end of this year, and where it's going to go. I don't know where they're going to finish for the first season, because it could finish anywhere, really. Yeah. There's a character in it that I want to see in cartoon form, and because I think he's sort of my favorite NPC that Matt Mercer does now. He sort of does this quasi Canadian accent, and it's this like this cow guy that sells them like arcane sort of items and that. So you go to him, is like, I need, like, for one of the characters, they want a flask that has never ending alcohol, and so And so it says, okay, here we are there. We're going, that'll take, and it's very expensive stuff, but it's just fantastic, and I like it. And I'll be finished by the end of the year, at the rate I'm going. Yeah, so that's basically it. I haven't been doing much except for cleaning my entire house while listening to a couple of nerdy ass voiceover artists playing Dungeons and Dragons. So that's been me for the fortnight. What about you, Kendall? How was life being without internet?
It's
Too soon.
It's fine for now. The lights are still out. Yes. No, I'm here. Hello. I watched stuff the last couple of weeks. Mostly movie stuff. But oh yeah, do I start strong? Yeah, fuck it, I'll start strong. So me and the boyfriend, we have started watching The Studio. Hey, there's the reaction I was looking for. Yeah, started watching The Studio, and I'm fucking loving it so much. It's so inside baseball, it's so meta, and it's so hysterical, and just oh my god, like I can't. It's the fact that all of these like real actors and directors and everything have like agreed to like be on this show, play versions of themselves that are neither here nor there, close to real what they are like in real life, I'm guessing. And it's just so funny, and I lost my shit, Mike, when in the first episode, the, Bryan Cranston's character's like, we need to make the Kool-Aid movie, and Seth Rogen's character's like, no, I'm the new studio head, I want to make art house stuff. And then Scorsese walks in, and he's like, I want to make a movie about Jonestown, and he's talking to him, and my brain fucking clicks and goes, oh, they're gonna connect the Kool-Aid. And then they did, and I think I laughed for like 10 minutes about them trying to make a Kool-Aid movie in the middle of a Jonestown massacre story. It's so funny. Anyway, that's the first episode. Oh fuck, it tickles me so much. But then my other favorite episode so far was actually I mean they're all really good so far, but I really just appreciated the fact that they have an episode called The Oneer, which is about the filming of a one take shot in this movie that Seth Rogen's character keeps ruining unintentionally, and then that episode is itself a oneer.
Yeah.
Fucking mwah. Like that's so good. It's so
and that's
good.
where
So
I'm
really...
up to in that in the show. I still need to finish it.
Okay, I won't say anything else.
Am I gonna have to watch this now?
If you got Apple Plus,
it's really good. If you got Apple TV Plus, or if you're planning on resubscribing at some point, it's definitely worth doing it for this. Fucking Catherine Hahn's in this as well, and she's so funny.
Two Catherines.
Catherine O'Hara's in this. There's two Catherines. Catherine O'Hara's here as well. It's fucking hysterical, and it's just Seth Rogen just being. He's so earnest and he means well, and he just loves movies so much it's to the detriment of everyone around him, and it's just fucking but
is Seth Rogen being Seth Rogen in this?
No. So the main core cast are playing fictional characters, but then you have everyone else around them are real people. So in the third episode, there's Ron Howard's in it.
Yeah. So it's connected to Only Murders in the Building. It's the same universe.
Yes. So it's there's a lot of actors playing actors like themselves and that and stuff, and Charlize Theron makes a cameo at one point as random as hell. So yeah, it's great.
Just turns up to say
fuck off.
Just to say fuck off.
Get the fuck out. Yeah. And Steve Buscemi has a cameo as well, which is funny. Yeah, it's fucking fantastic, hilarious. So I hope it wins all the Emmys in September. I'd be very happy. But yeah, I need to finish watching it. I want to watch it. I just want to binge it. See, so wow, there's a few things me and the boyfriend disagree on, and one of them I feel like is binging, because like I could just binge shit. Like I'll sit down and I'll watch fucking 10 episodes. He's literally like a 1 or 2 episode, and then he wants to do something else. I'm like, that's cool, man. That's cool. But when we watch stuff together,
best
I'm
way.
just like,
That's best way.
it's yeah. He's probably doing it the better way, and I'm
agree.
just like,
I agree.
And I'm just addicted to shit. So I'm just like, stick it into my veins. I must consume the whole thing now.
Give me more.
Unless it's a show that streams week to week, and I appreciate that model better than the dump. I will say. So I'm weird. Anyway, I'm a weird human being.
You like dumps?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yes, it's okay. It's fine. But yeah, The Studio, highly recommend. Speaking of comedy, a couple other things I'll mention. I watched The Heads of State, which is an action comedy movie. It's on Amazon Prime, with John Cena and Idris Elba playing.
I heard it was
president.
stupid fun.
Yes, the president and the prime minister, respectfully. And then halfway through the movie, I went, it's Peacemaker and Bloodsport reunited. It's my superhero brain does not switch off. Yeah, it was fun. It was a bit, like a little dumb fun in parts, but like it wasn't like it wasn't like super dumb. Like it was just more like, this is funny in parts and stuff, and it's like there's some really cool action set pieces, and the banter between the two of them is on point, and it makes the movie, like the two of them hating each other for a good portion of the film, is very funny. And then like, they kind of keep you guessing as to who's responsible for, the assassination attempt on both of their lives and all this, and it's interesting. I recommend it if you just want like a good popcorn movie to stream at home. I think it's a good time. I liked it. Yes. And then last night for the first time I watched The Terminal, which is Tom Hanks.
You
Steven
did?
Spielberg. Yes, I did. I've never seen it. And
Yay!
What do you
think?
Watched it last night. I liked it. I was so apprehensive about it for so many years, because I think I kind of fell into that, like, it's Tom Hanks doing an accent, and maybe it's inappropriate now, and blah blah blah. Like I just pushed it away from me. I'm like, no. But no, it's really wholesome and sweet and feel good, and a little saccharine in parts, like a bit like, okay. But like because it's 20 years ago, this movie, I'm just looking at all the actors I recognize and going, I remember this person, I know this person, and then just fucking Zoe Saldana's right there. And then fucking Diego Luna is also here, and I'm just like, okay, baby Andor. Yeah, so that was fun. But yeah, it's a good movie, and Stanley Tucci he plays such a good asshole. I love Stanley Tucci, but he's good at playing a jerk. It's great. Yeah. So no, it was really nice, and the way he kind of made Tom Hanks' character, Victor, makes it work for him living in this terminal, and how he's just determined to, like, I've been told to wait, so I'm gonna wait, and he just, it's kind of a comedy of errors going on repeatedly, but then he becomes friends with everyone, and at the end of the movie, he's this mythical hero of the airport, basically, and yeah, it was really nice. It was very Spielbergian, for sure. But yeah, I'm glad I watched it finally. I really liked it. So
yeah, it's a good movie.
It was good. Yeah, it was good. It was good. It's long, but it didn't feel super long.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's over 2 hours, but like
just little.
But
yeah.
It was nice. I enjoyed it. And the last thing I'll mention that I watched was another movie on Amazon Prime, and that is Kevin Smith's The 4:30 movie.
Yeah.
It's on streaming here in Australia, and I had no idea. Literally, we were looking for something to watch scrolling through Prime Video, and then it popped out, and I just went, "Oh my god, it's the 4:30 movie!" I've been dying.
Did you
to
watch
see
it at 4:30?
In the morning.
No, we missed a trick there. I think we put it on at like 6:30 or 7:30 or something. Damn. That's okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure about it at first because you can tell it's a bit low budget, which is fine. But like,
Yeah.
but it's as like my partner didn't enjoy it as much as I did. He laughed in a couple of spots, but I was. I'm such a Kevin Smith fan at this point that I'm just like eating everything up. And like it's really sweet. Like it's it's a really sweet tale about these three teenage boys who are on the cusp of manhood, and they're one of them's finally worked up the courage to ask out the girl he likes to go to the movies. And because it's an R-rated movie, they have to figure out how to get in there, and they're sneaking around. And fucking Ken Jeong, man, oh my god, he's so funny. He plays the owner of the cinema, and he's fucking hysterical in it. Like, it's worth watching just for Ken Jeong's performance. He's so good. Oh,
He does
man.
comedy very well.
So well. Oh, what a get for that film. Like, he's just perfect. Yeah, so I really loved him. And then you've got, cameos from a lot of Kevin's usual players, like Jason Lee pops up at one point, and his daughter Harley's in there, and Rosario Dawson. Because, like, the fun thing is with this movie is that, like, because there's scenes where they're in the cinema watching stuff, they actually have, like, fake trailers made up for certain movies that don't exist, and it was very funny to watch. And then, like, the main movie, one of the movies they're going to see is, like, this Flash Gordon ripoff, and Bear McCreary did the score. He did the score for Masters of the Universe as well. And so he gets to bring in the sort of metal vibes into this Flash Gordon ripoff thing. That was pretty funny. So yeah, it was great. I highly recommend you guys watch it. It's like it's a short film. It's only an hour and a half long. Kevin likes to keep his movies nice and tight. So yeah, it's a really good time. I liked it a lot. Yeah,
I have seen it.
Good. You have seen it? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
And on with the news.
Oh!
Oh no!
It's not the best. It's not the best of his movies by a long shot. It's not. And there is some stupid humor in there, but I don't know. I found it really sweet and endearing, and like you can feel Kevin's love for movies coming through the screen. And
Oh yeah, I really enjoyed the last 20 minutes, and I think if we had more of that within the actual movie, I think it would have saved me from going.
Yeah, I mean, it did take me a bit. Like I said, it took me a bit to warm up to it, to get into it at the start, because it is paced really weird. I will say. If I'm being honest, it has weird pacing. But I don't know. For a teen comedy, it's set in the 80s. There's all these references to fucking Disney owning everything and fucking good thing there's only ever going to be 3 Star Wars movies. One, they're never going to make TV show. Like, there's lots of fucking meta humor in there because it's the 80s and they can do whatever they want. So I found that really funny. But yeah. It sounds like you're more aligned with my boyfriend, my BF. He said similar things, Mike. He was just like, it was okay.
Yep, we're both the same.
So.
Same with Kevin Smith films and binging. And that is all.
And that is all. All right. On that
Haven't
note,
even met the
let's
guy,
get into.
Okay.
And you already have stuff in common. All right. It's time to get into now the rest of the pod with the nerdy news.
Nerdy news.
This is the news in Nerdy News. The nerds that talk about the nerdy news. That is us who talk about the news that is nerdy. And now the queen of nerdydom, the hostess with mostest, Kendall Richardson. Take it away, Kendall.
All right.
Any more battery? Anyway.
Anyway, it's no news time. And we've got some pretty cool things to talk about. Starting with out of Marvel, there's a couple of things. Brand New Day, Spider-Man Brand New Day has begun filming in the UK, I think. And we've gotten a couple of little teasers of the new suit that Tom Holland's going to be wearing. There was one like 10-second teaser with all these like extreme close-ups and slow-mo of the suit, but then there was a separate video that came out which was Tom in the actual suit, you know, basically being like, we're ready to go. The suit looks a little different. Looks a little different to the one we saw him swinging in and at the end of No Way Home. But it's, you know, it's Spider-Man, so I'm happy. I'm just glad this movie's happening because it's exciting to see where the character's going to go now that he kind of has to go back to basics. You know, a lot of us were really kind of looking forward to what the character will bring, what the movie will bring. Because the other cool thing is that apparently Mark Ruffalo's Hulk is going to be in this movie in some capacity. And Michael Mando's Scorpion, who we haven't seen since the post-credit scene of Spider-Man Homecoming. So that's, by the time this movie comes out, that'll be almost 10 years since we've seen him. But, you know, I think he still had a bit of an issue with Spider-Man at the end of that one. So, who knows? We don't know who the villain is going to be. There are rumors as to who it's going to be, based on people who've shared set videos and whatnot. I'm not going to speculate on any of that yet, but yeah, it's exciting to see this movie in production. And apparently everyone's also losing their mind over the fact that they're doing practical web slinging this time. It's not CG, so cool. I don't care. Everyone's like, fucking yeah, it's practical web slinging. I'm like, and who cares? Anyway, I'm glad you guys are happy about it. Fulya, are you excited for Spider-Man Brand New Day? Does any of this news kind of get you pumped, ready to go?
Look, to be honest, it didn't really faze me much. Like I'm still looking forward to watching the movie, of course, when that finally arrives next year. But I'm okay to wait until the actual film itself, or the trailers at least, to find out what the suit looks like. Honestly, like for me, it's fine. The one cool thing that I will mention is my Instagram feed has all of a sudden become behind the scenes reels of movies being shot and how they're shot and all that sort of stuff. And this one actually, Spider-Man did pop up with the rig that they used in order to do those practical web slinging sort of swings. It looks very elaborate and very big in the way that it's kind of like a tree, and they've got the stuntman hanging off that particular rig tree, and he's just sort of like swinging from side to side doing the action.
Like a flying Grayson.
It looks cool. So it's nice to see that they're trying to give the at least like the momentum, that in terms of to give it like a more realistic look, at least in, you know, to see where, you know, how it would actually work realistically. So the way they've done it to make it practical is actually really interesting. So that kind of intrigued me when I saw that pop up on my Instagram feed. But yeah, like I'm still looking forward to watching the new Spider-Man movie whenever that comes out. For me now, it's just waiting on a trailer kind of a thing. So I'm happy to wait for that. And then that trailer will definitely get me hyped up for the new movie, hopefully.
Yes, I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. Yeah, we probably won't get a trailer until...
Probably not till next year.
Yeah, around Christmas time maybe, at the very earliest. But probably probably Super Bowl. Because it's coming out... I would say so. It's coming out at the end of July next year, so probably the Super Bowl, they'll do a trailer. So.
Yeah, if not, maybe D20, is it? Like as in
D23.
23, yeah.
That's in
They haven't
November,
done
isn't it?
that. I
Is that
can't
November?
remember.
I thought it was December or something like that. But anyway,
I'm not sure.
they might give us more of a teaser there, but in terms of a full trailer, we probably won't get it till maybe January, February. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, probably not. No, fair enough. Fair enough. What about you, Mike? Does any of this pique your interest for the next Spider-Man movie?
Always interested in a Spider-Man movie, and having Mark Ruffalo back potentially. So you got the Hulk and Punisher teaming up. What's going to happen?
Yes.
And yeah, all I know is they're filming in Scotland, so they're making Scotland look like New York. Just put a couple of American flags on. It's like, yeah, we're done. Yeah, I don't want to know anything about it. I mean, some sleuths have already said it's like, it's going to be this villain because there's insignia on certain things, and says, I don't want to know. I don't want to be where I was with No Way Home. That's the third one, right? Or second one, third one. How many
No Way Home's
were
the
there?
third one.
Yeah. And
three.
and having the lizard being kicked in the head by nothing at all. It's like, yeah, there's gonna be 3 Spider-Man. Confirmed. Nah, I think I just watched one trailer and that's it.
Yeah,
to be
fair.
honest, I want to be surprised because it's going to be the movie just before Doomsday because everything's been changed around. So I would just want to be surprised. I don't want to know much or anything. I want to stay offline. That's it. I'm going offline. This is going to be the last appearance of me on this podcast.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Nah, not really.
Well.
Or I'm just going to leave it at the news. It's like, I don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
Yeah, so
Don't tell me anything.
when is this coming out?
Well, at the time of recording, Spider-Man Brand New Day will be in theaters on the 31st of July, 2026. Next year.
Ooh.
Woot.
Happy birthday, me.
Happy birthday to Fulya.
And happy birthday from last week.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Sorry I couldn't come. But
It's okay.
my movements have been basically home.
That's
I'm home-
okay.
I'm home rotted. I'm rotted into my home.
I was interstate, so yes.
You weren't in a state.
That's all right.
You were in a state. You're in.
I was in a state. Our next bit of news is also Spider-Man related. Because we need more Spider-Man content, especially from the animated stuff, because Spider-Punk looks like he's going to get his own movie. A spin-off is reportedly in the works. Daniel Kaluuya is on board to reprise his role that a lot of people really appreciated, I think, in Across the Spider-Verse. But who knows when this is coming out, because, Beyond the Spider-Verse keeps getting pushed back and back and back and back. And that's coming out in 2027. So, yeah. So who knows when this will be out, but it's happening. And I think it's a good thing. I like Spider-Punk. I thought he was great. Nicolas Cage's Spider Noir is getting his own thing as well. So that's going to be fun too. But yeah, more stuff out of this universe I think is a good thing. But who knows when we'll see it. That's for sure. But yeah, Fulya, you interested in a Spider-Punk movie spin-off? What do you reckon?
Hey, I don't mind. Sounds like it'll be good fun, and especially if it's animated, then yeah. If they're going with the same sort of animation that they did with Into the Spider-Verse, then yeah, I'd be keen for that. That art style is absolutely gorgeous. It's very unique in its way. So, I would love to see a Spider-Punk. Learn more about Spider-Punk at least. Learning educating myself in terms of lore for superheroes is definitely something that has been intriguing me recently. So I'm keen to find out more about Spider-Punk in this animated form, since we already kind of came across him in Into the Spider-Verse. So that'd be really fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Indeed. Mike, what do you reckon about a Spider-Punk film?
I would go. Spider-Punk was definitely a highlight. I mean, all the new characters were a highlight. Like reintroducing Miles, and then there's like all these other ones. It's like, oh, sweet, and yeah, it's kind of interesting. I think them trying to do Sony trying to do a Spider-Man film without having Spider-Man in it hasn't really paid off. So they're probably just going to go, what do we have? Okay, Spider-Verse. We got so many Spider-Verse spiders people, so let's do something like that. That would be cool if they just follow like that sort of stretch. And then we've got Noir coming out soon. Could we get Spider-Ham? Spider-Ham is like a Looney Tunes sort of thing.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Like 2D animate. Or having like live action slash with Spider-Ham. Sort of like the Wile E. Coyote movie that's coming out. Yay, it's coming out. Something like that.
Woo.
I would watch that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm up to that.
Nice.
Because I'm a punk rocker. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
What?
Hell yes.
Being nice
Actually,
is so punk rock.
The character of Spider-Punk in Into the Spider-Verse, the way he was animated, was that very kind of like stop motion-y in a way?
Here's the technical bit.
Yeah.
I think
like it had the sort of like the paper kind of a look to him.
Yeah, it was animated in threes. Like in every third frame, they changed. So that's why it was a bit more slow.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think Miles was on twos. There was even
they did a whole thing.
And one characters were on ones. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly, the art style, if they go with that art style for Spider-Punk in terms of the actual whole world of it, it'd be like intense in putting it all together. But I reckon it'll look really cool.
Oh yeah, it'd be very montagey and collagey. Montage collage.
Yeah. Montage collage. Yes. Cool. Our next bit of news, keeping it nerdy. Some Star Wars news. This is pretty exciting. Matt Smith is going to be in Star Wars. He has been cast as a villain, not the villain of the movie, but a villain in the upcoming Star Wars Starfighter, which is starring Ryan Gosling and to be directed by Sean Levy. So this is really cool. I love when Matt Smith gets to be a bit villainous. Like, say what you will about Morbius, his performance in that film was probably the best thing in the movie. And he gets to be a bit bad, and it's fun. But I mean, we don't talk about Terminator Genesis, but that's just an unfortunate piece of cinema. But no, Matt Smith is supremely talented, and we love him, and we're excited to see a doctor head over to the Star Wars universe. I can't wait to see this movie. This movie is shaping up to be really cool. No, we don't really know anything about it yet. We're still a few years off, but yeah, Matt Smith, big tick from me. How about you, Fulya? What do you reckon?
Hey, Matt Smith in every universe. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
He's already been in Game of Thrones. He's been the Doctor. Now he's here.
he's in Star Wars.
Star Wars. Next thing you'll know, he'll be in Marvel.
In
Here he is.
MCU Marvel.
Yes.
He's in Marvel.
MCU Marvel.
It's all connected. I assure you.
Yeah, no, look, I'm keen. It'll be really cool to see. I just for now it's more of a like now that we're getting casting, I feel like at some point we'll hopefully get more information about the actual film itself.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like it's going to be pretty cool. And you know, the fact that it's Sean Levi, that's an interesting one that he's going to be directing a Star Wars movie. But his best bud Ryan's in it, so it kind of makes sense.
One of the Ryans.
One of the
One of the
Ryans.
Yes.
Yeah. Ryan,
but yeah, no,
Canadian. Same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they're both Canadian. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. More Star Wars, be great. I always love me some more Star Wars.
Hell yeah. Very good. Mike, what do you think about the 11th Doctor going to a galaxy far, far away?
Well, originally he was going to be in Rise of Skywalker as a villain, but it got cut because they had to do a big tonal shift because, well, story insert here. They fumbled the bag, but
yep.
Him being in this, yeah, be interesting. It's actually being very interesting because you got you got Sean Levi and Gosling, get a big name in there, and yeah, Matt Smith, not the first Doctor to go to a Star Wars far, far away. In the Rebel series, we have that big ass goat guy. If you remember Fulya, that was on that planet. He was talking. He's like, you don't remember? No. He was like a big moose.
Think I do. No.
It's like a big moose guy.
I don't know.
He's like,
if I see him, I'll probably remember.
He's in the middle of the Force. Yeah. Well, that was no. That was voiced by Tom Baker. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's good to see Matt Smith doing something like outside of like Doctor Who. Really, that I know him from. It's the only thing I know him from. And we're watching it. And we're watching him in Doctor Who right now. Yeah.
Oh, we were.
We were.
We were watching.
Hey guys, what's your addresses so I can send you copies of Doctor Who? It's like old-fashioned Netflix, sending DVDs in the mail. Yeah, I'm all for this. This Starfighter movie is getting pretty interesting.
Yeah. It is. It definitely is. Cool. I'm glad we're all on board. We're all ready to go. Okay.
Straight
last
to
bit of news.
It'll be straight to Disney Plus. Just dump it all there.
Put everything there. Okay. We got one last bit of news to talk about, and this just dropped today, which is really cool. The live-action One Piece series on Netflix is getting a third season confirmed. It's locked in. Let's go. Very exciting. I think we're all very happy about this. It's actually annual One Piece Day in Tokyo this weekend. So they've had a big celebration for One Piece, which is awesome. And they decided to announce that, but they also dropped a trailer, which we will be talking about momentarily. But yeah, really, really cool to see that even before season 2 has even kicked off, they're confident enough in it to give it the green light for the third season, which is even more confident than they were about season 1, because they renewed that at the end of I think at the end of season 1's run, not long after it dropped on Netflix, once they gauged the audience, I suppose, and they were like, "Yep, you're getting a season 2." So, and they've already gone season 3's happening. So, I'm really happy about this. Are you happy about this, Fulya?
I am very happy about this. This is going to be great. More One Piece. Yeah.
More One Piece. Yay.
No, there's only one. One Piece.
Ha ha. Yeah, no, look, I am very excited to see where they take this show. It's already been, the first season was already a lot of fun. And looks like the second season's also going to be coming up into being a really good time. And then, of course, the third season after that will hopefully be something interesting. I'm just looking forward to seeing all these characters come to life, like the ones that we've already seen, the ones that we haven't seen yet in live action, and just seeing the main gang, the main crew come together again.
The Straw Hats.
The Straw Hats, yep. It's back together again. Can't wait to see Zorro. Big fan of Zorro.
Him and his 3 swords.
Me too. He's the best.
Yes, in anime form and in live action form. Very, very handsome man. But anyway, that's the different thing. I'm just excited for One Piece. More One Piece is
Nice.
great.
Excellent. Mike, are you just as excited as we are?
I am. It's good that they're getting onto it now because, it's been like 2 years since the first one.
Yeah, 2 years.
I'm guessing. So they probably just want to like get the ball rolling as quickly as possible because, you don't want your actors to age out of the characters because in the anime and the manga, it all takes place within like a couple of years, like where they are like presently. It's only been like 2 years, and then apparently there's a time jump that they do. So maybe they're just going to get to the time jump and then see what happens. But yeah, I'm happy that Netflix has got a winner, and it looks kind of expensive. So hopefully the gamble is going to pay off and people going to stick with it. But I think they will because there's a new audience, i.e. me, coming into One Piece because of the live action, and then discovering it's like, oh, this is great, and me buying mangas, which is a first for me. So yeah, if it's up to third season, would it get to Alabasas? I don't know. We shall see where the second one finishes. And
Alabasta, yeah, that'd be interesting.
I'm right in the middle of Alabasta. So there's a spoilers for me.
Ooh. Okay.
I think, where am I? It's been ages since I've seen it. So
honestly, it's been a while since I got back into the anime as well. So
I mean, I do like the fact that they retread like stories and stuff like very well in the anime, because otherwise I'd be lost after a month and it's like, oh, I'm gonna have to go back. But I don't want to do that. And it's been good. So they're still in the desert where I am. Yeah.
Yep.
And I can't wait to see Chopper. Speaking of which.
Yeah, speaking of which. That's the nerdy news. And it's time to roll all the way up to the trailer park.
Rolling up to the trailer park where we all park all the trailers. Yeah.
Yes, it's trailer park time, and as we just mentioned, One Piece is our first trailer. One Piece season 2. This is our first teaser trailer for the new season upcoming of the live action show. Yeah, I'm just so happy to see this coming back. Like, I really enjoyed the first season of this a lot. I know it got very mixed reviews when it came out from the critics and the fans, but I feel like on the whole, like you know, it's a pretty successful live action adaptation from an anime from a manga, I believe. So, I mean, a lot of people were worried that it was going to be another Cowboy Bebop, and then it turned out to be the complete opposite, really. So, yeah, it's just a fun world. There's just these characters are just so much fun. Um, and you know, the story was really cool, and you know, I'm excited to see more of Luffy and the Straw Hat Gang, and yeah, just get back into it. And it's gonna be fun. But they didn't give us a release date. Spoilers for that, but it's coming next year, so that's pretty exciting. Yeah, no, it looks great. It's a nice little fun tease. Just we get to see glimpses of our main characters and a few new ones coming in that I don't know, that I'm sure you guys are fully aware of who they are. So you can tell me because you guys have seen, you know, a bit of the anime. Yeah, yeah. It's the subtitle of the season is called Into the Grand Line as well, which is exciting. So yeah, Luffy is getting closer to that One Piece. So
Yeah, man, many adventures on the Grand Line. It's gonna be fun.
yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, I can't wait. Bring it on. This is a fun teaser trailer. Good tease. I'm excited for next year. Fulia, how did this trailer work for you? Are you hyped?
I am so excited to see some more characters being introduced. Um, you know, there's man, like I was just sort of like sort of scrubbing through the trailer again, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, we get to see the main crew, the Straw Hat crew, come back again. We're going to see some more of the anime come to life here, and I'm super excited. Like, we're going to see a lot more action as well. That's going to be great. We're going to see Gum Gum Gatling from Luffy.
Finally.
Finally. You know, and then we're moving into the part of the anime where I'm wondering how much of it that they're going to end up sort of like condensing into this particular show. So I'm assuming it's not going to be very many episodes, just like the first one. It'll probably be about 8 episodes ish. Probably the same again this time around. So yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be amazing. Smoker, we're going to get Smoker. We're getting Miss Valentine. You know, we're finally going to see Chopper. We're going to see who else are we seeing? Like, we're seeing the numbered characters, the villains that have numbers as their names. So that's going to be really fun. You know, Miss Wednesday and Miss Sunday, and yeah, it's just going to be great. I can't wait. It's going to be so cool to see it all come to life. So yeah, very, very hyped.
Nice. Mike, what about you? Are you matching our hype with this one? Are you keen for the live action season 2?
Oh, keen as a bean. Me? Keen as a gum fruit. Yeah, I can't wait for all these characters that are great. Miss Wednesday, yeah, Smoker. I'm not too sure, but I don't want to spoil myself. But hopefully, Ace will be here as well.
Ooh, Ace.
Ace.
Kendall has no clue.
Kendall has no clue.
It's fun. I got things to look forward to, don't I? So
yes.
I love.
Yes.
Like in the first season, I do like the fact that they sort of touch on the sort of like the craziness of this world as well. Like, we get to see the fish people, but it looks like they're just going to go, you know what? People love it. Let's just go completely crazy. It's like, now we have giants and we have a big ass whale. and we're gonna have Chopper as well, which is a very unique character in itself. So yeah, and that's gonna be fun. Yeah, I'm really hyped for this. Yeah, and yeah, Zoro's okay, I guess.
Are you more of a Sanji guy?
Sanji, no.
I mean, I like Sanji too. I like Sanji too.
Out of the guys, probably Usopp is probably like, you know.
Usopp, yeah.
I've got a bit of a soft
like
spot
Usopp.
for Usopp.
Usopp's
I
fun.
like Usopp. The only thing that I'm not like I get it. It's supposed to be live action and stuff, but the nose, it's not accurate to the anime.
Have you ever met a
needs a
human
bigger
with that size nose?
Boy.
But it's an anime. If you're gonna go shot for shot from the anime to the live action, you might as well make the
Okay.
character the same.
Okay. Who knows? We'll probably get his nose like this season. Something might happen. They're gonna divert from canon and say, "Oh, he's lied too much, and now he's got a big nose now."
Become a Pinocchio.
I mean, I'm not going to be upset when Nami doesn't have breast size reduction.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm actually seeing it in
Look.
the manga that yeah, she is what she is, and then all of a
Yes, she's
sudden
a
in
busty
Alabastus she's double D.
Yes.
For no apparent reason.
Most anime girls are very busty.
And they're getting bigger
I say
and
most.
bigger.
Yeah.
So I'm not upset that
It's fine.
and I'm a hot-blooded male. I want
Look,
my
it's fine. Like I'm not gonna cry over it, but you know, it'd be interesting to see how it would work out in live action. You know, whatever.
yeah. We can't have
So it's
everything.
little
Fulya.
minor tidbit for me. That's all.
Yeah. We can't have our busty waifus.
No.
So anyway, when is this coming out?
Yes. Well, we don't have an exact date yet. Netflix are keeping that close to the vest, but it will be next year, 2026, when we will finally get to set sail once again on the high
Come aboard.
seas.
Yeah.
All your hopes and dreams.
Until
One
then,
Piece
we've got a
do-
couple other things we can talk about that we can look forward to
Come
as well.
and join Yeah, I'll stop.
The next thing on our trailer park list for today is the first trailer for the upcoming Office spin-off, The Paper. So this is made by the same people who made the American version of The Office. That was obviously a huge hit, very iconic in the pop culture and in the world of comedy TV shows. This is done by Greg Daniels, Michael Shaw, and we've got Donald Gleason in the lead role playing the head of this newspaper, and I'm really glad they haven't made him like a Michael Scott character. He seems to be the straight man while everyone around him is fucking zany as shit. With maybe exceptions of a couple of two characters. I'm so happy Oscar is here. I love him. He's so funny. He's so good in the original show. And yeah, I'm it's kind of a nice little connective tissue to have him somehow be involved in this newspaper. So that's going to be fun to see how he ended up there from Dunder Mifflin. Yeah, but no, it looks fun. Like there's some ditzy characters. There's some weird characters, or just this newspaper. This newspaper looks like it's struggling big time. So yeah, I will say, like, if this was not a spin-off of The Office, though, I don't know if I'd watch it, because this trailer didn't really, outside of that fact, didn't really grab me in. Like, I laughed maybe a couple of times, but so I'm hoping they're saving all the best jokes for the actual show when it premieres. But I'm definitely going to watch it and give it a go. Well, I'll watch it somehow. I'd like to watch it and give it a go. Because, yeah, I like Donald Gleason. He's a great actor. He doesn't do comedy very often, but when he does do comedy, he's pretty great. You know, some might say General Hux was a comedic character. But yeah. So, yeah. I hope it's good.
spy.
It's me. I'm the spy. Yeah. So we'll see how this one goes. I hope it's good. Fulia, what did you make of this teaser, and have you watched the original show, or the American Office, I should say?
I think I watched the pilot episode and didn't continue.
Okay.
I'm not sure that I'm not a huge fan of mockumentaries, it seems.
It's not your vibe.
Not really, no. Like, I get the references, I see the memes and the gifs, and I use them from time to time myself, and so I know where they're from. But in context to the episodes, I don't know what they're from. I've tried the UK Office pilot episode, didn't like it. Tried the American pilot episode, didn't like it. So I don't know. Parks and Rec, same thing. Couldn't get into it. Mockumentaries for some reason just doesn't jive with me. It's not my type of humor. We'll put it that way.
That's
Yeah.
totally fine.
Yeah.
So this trailer did nothing for you?
Not really, no. Like, it looks cool. The fact that Oscar Nunez is back in this particular show, obviously something's happened. He's gone from one company to the next. So. But other than that, yeah, like, I have no idea what's going on. Not a huge fan. Yeah.
No, fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Thank you for your honesty, as always. Mike, what about you? Are you much of a fan of the American Office, and do you see yourself checking this one out based on this trailer?
I've only seen a couple of episodes of the American Office. Apparently, it's one of those you have to get over the first season just to get into it, really.
I don't like it.
It is a little bit.
I just, if it's gonna be good, it needs to be good from the get-go. It can't be like the first season's slow, the second season it gets better. And I'm like, I'm not gonna sit through a whole season just to get to the good stuff.
It's like Parks and Rec.
I'm sorry, and that's just how I feel.
I'm still in the first season of Parks and Rec. I think I've passed it, and I just haven't gone back to it. But yeah, I think I've watched a couple of episodes of the British Office as well, so I can understand the sort of how revolutionary it was for the time. Like, it was one of its kind, not having a laugh track and being filmed as a documentary, a mockumentary. I get it, but I didn't really find it that funny that much. And the sort of parasocial relationship that people have with that show, I didn't really get as well. It's like, I'm a Pam and I'm a, what was it, Jim? Don't you, Jim just looking into the camera is like, wah, wah. No, it's not for me. And yeah, this trailer didn't really do much for me either. Meh. Yeah, I do like Donald Gleason. There's a series that I actually quite like on Prime called Frank of Ireland that he sort of wrote with his brother as well, and their dad does a cameo as their dad. So all playing of it, they're not playing themselves, they're playing like characters, but they're still playing brothers, and their dad plays their dad. that was a bit of fun because he's using his real Irish accent. In this, he's not. So that's interesting. Print media is sort of not in people's minds when it comes to like getting their news. So that's an interesting aspect of trying to run a newspaper when people are sort of going against newspaper. I'm not going to watch it. I don't have Peacock or whatever it's coming to, which is when, Kendall?
Yes. Well, if you are interested in checking out the paper, here in Australia, you will find it on Binge on the 4th of September. So, yeah, I don't have Binge anymore. Whoops. Nah, it's fine. I'll figure it out. See how the reviews go. Okay, we got one more trailer to talk about, and this looks like a lot of fun. The Thursday Murder Club. Hello. I didn't know this movie was being made, and I'm just... It's like a feast for the eyes of the greatest of British and Irish and Scottish actors everywhere. It's just fantastic. It's a murder mystery thing. You've got Helen Mirren, Pierce Brosnan, Ben Kingsley, Celia Imrie playing these elderly, but not elderly in name only because they've got some fire under them. They're meeting once a week to talk about cold cases, try and solve cold cases, which I think is really, really cool. Because it's reflective of the armchair sleuths that exist in real life, and then an actual murder happens, and they kind of get dragged into it, and who did it, and who's the suspects, and all this stuff. And there's David Tennant's in this as well, and like the whole cast is really great. Naomi Ackie plays a cop here as well, so she's awesome. This looks like a lot of fun, and Helen Mirren is just serving, like, in every single frame. She's just serving, like, yes, Queen. Yes, Queen Helen. So yeah, I'm excited to see her. And I'm excited to see Pierce Brosnan too, because he looks like his character's quite laid back, and he's got the rugged grey hair going on in the beard, and then Ben Kingsley's like the opposite. He's like the uptight sort of old man, wearing a suit, but yeah, maybe soft spoken. I don't know. They all just look like they're having the best time making this, and so I hope this trailer is really selling how good this is. Because yeah, it's based on a book as well, which is cool. But yeah, I hope it's good. I hope it's a great story, and yeah, and it's a fun time because it looks like it'll be good. I'm definitely considering watching this for sure. Fulya, I'm sure I don't need to ask you if you're going to watch this because I feel like this is right up your alley. But please feel free to correct me. What did you think of the Thursday Murder Club trailer?
Nah, I'm not going to watch it. Nah, I am so excited for this. I watched the trailer and I'm looking at it and I'm like, every time an actor popped up that I recognize, I'm like, oh, that's cool. We got David Tennant, Tom Ellis. Holy moly. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. I am really looking forward. It looks like definitely it's going to be a lot of fun. Comedic murder mystery. This is definitely something that I love watching. I am really looking forward to checking this one out. We've got some legends in the lead roles in this movie, and I am here to see it. I cannot wait. It's been a while since I've seen Ben Kingsley in anything, so that's going to be fun. And Pierce Brosnan, I've only seen him in a couple of things. I haven't really gone out of my way to watch his Bond films, but now that I have the whole Blu-ray collection of Bond, up to all of the Daniel Craig's, like the most recent one being Spectre, the last one, I'm gonna be doing a bit of a marathon run of trying to watch all these Bunny Pod movies.
Nice.
I think I've only seen one of Pierce Brosnan's one, and I think it was, is it No Time to Die or Never Say Die or what was it again?
There's Die Another Day.
Die Another Day. I think that might have been the one.
Okay. All right.
That's the
Never Say
cool.
Never Die.
That's that is probably considered the worst of Pierce's Bond films. It's okay. But so you've got more to look forward to because GoldenEye is like fucking the shit.
Yeah.
GoldenEye is amazing.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm still down at the what is it? The Timothy what's his name?
Timothy
End.
Dalton.
Timothy Chalamet.
Yes. Timothy Dalton end. I'm still like sort of working my way up. I've watched quite a few of them. I'm still in the old kind of time. But yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to the Thursday Murder Club. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. And Helen Mirren, yes, please. She's amazing. I can't wait. It's going to be fun. I feel like it kind of gave me the same vibes as almost like a whatchamacallit, a Knives Out kind of a thing, because it's Netflix.
Yeah.
And so that was also a bit comedic, a bit more on the drama side, but this one I think will be a bit more lighthearted. So yeah, I can't wait.
Nice. Nice. I'm glad. I'm really glad to hear you're looking forward to this one. I was like, I saw this come up as a possible trailer. I'm like, finally, a Fulya focused trailer. I was so happy.
Yeah, I think out of the three, this is my favorite one.
Yeah. This is probably my favorite too. But One Piece is just like, if One Piece was a full trailer, I'd be like, yes.
Yeah.
Fair call. All right, Mike. Let's finish up Trailer Park with your thoughts. What did you make of the Thursday Murder Club?
Well, having a look at the trailer by itself, I'm interested because the people who were in it. Then I had a look at the Wikipedia, and it's ticking a lot of boxes for me.
Ooh.
It is directed by Christopher Columbus.
Yes.
And it's based on a book by Richard Odman. And I quite like watching Pointless every now and again. Because he's a very smart man, that Richard. And a very tall man. And I was having a look at all the people who were in it. And yes, Helen Mirren, Ben Kingsley, Pierce Brosnan. It's a good plus for me. David Tennant. I'm always there for my David. And also all the others. But I actually have a look. It's like Richard E. Grant's going to be in it. It's like, I'm in there. I'm so in.
Yes. Oh my god, yes.
So this is definitely going to be one that I'm going to be watching. Probably with my wife as well, because she's a big Pierce Brosnan fan. So
nice.
I think that's going to be a big draw card for her. It's like, Pierce Brosnan's in it, and he's a Silver Fox.
She's in.
She's in. In like Flynn. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to be watching this. It says here in selected cinemas, maybe, but probably somewhere else. Probably not here. But where can we go and see this, Kendall?
Yes, well, here in Australia, the Thursday Murder Club will be streaming on Netflix on the 28th of August. Very soon.
And that's when I will reinstate my Netflix subscription.
Yes. Yes.
We can have a watch party.
Yeah. We could do a popcorn culture on it, considering we don't have anything else for popcorn culture anymore. Yeah. Yes. But speaking of, that's the trailer park, which means it's time for the moment, the segment, the section, the part, the place, the time, the thing in the show we love to call popcorn culture. Yes. Yes, here we go, popcorn culture time, and today we are going to be discussing our thoughts on the latest Marvel Studios Marvel animation property, which is of course Eyes of Wakanda. All 4 episodes dropped last week on Disney Plus, and we have now watched and are ready to discuss. And overall thoughts from me, I really enjoyed watching this. Speaking of binging, I watched this in one sitting. It was
Me
very
too.
easy. Yeah, it was very easy binge to just do 4 episodes, 2 hours. You're done.
Yep.
And it all flowed into each other really nice. And I wasn't expecting any connection to come back. So the fact that there was a connection at the end, albeit maybe a loose-ish connection to the other episodes, but it was still there. So that was kind of interesting. But no, I really, really loved a lot of the stuff here and how it takes place, hundreds of, well, not hundreds of thousands of years ago, but hundreds of years ago. We're talking before, in the BC era. We're dealing with ancient Greece and ancient China and all these other places and so there's a lot to love, I think. The animation's really cool. I like the animation a lot. Like, there's so many, images in this that just look like paintings. They're just fucking gorgeous. Like, I loved the animation a lot. It's a bit different to What If style animation, which is a little bit more dynamic. And this is still kind of has that 3D, 2D effect here, but it's done in a little bit of a different way. And just the backdrops just look like beautiful paint strokes are just being delicately placed, to create these beautiful images. And it's just, yeah, I loved it. I loved it in its look as well. And of course, for its writing, because, the wonderful Mark Bernardin is here. We're fans of him. And he wrote 2 episodes, and he's an executive producer on the show as well. Along with Ryan Coogler, who directed both of the Black Panther movies. So he's involved here as well, to keep that, I suppose, Wakandan element consistent, I guess, those core beliefs. But yeah, I think on the whole, this show succeeds really well. And I honestly would have liked more than 4 episodes, to be honest. I'm disappointed there was only 4. I think there's definitely more they could do. Maybe like if they'd stretched it out to 6 episodes or 8 episodes, but maybe they just decided, no, these are the stories we want to tell, and we're just going to wrap it up here. And I mean, I'm sure they could probably revisit down the track. Everything gets a sequel or a reboot these days, so who knows? But I really enjoyed watching this. This was a good time. Fulya, what did you think of Eyes of Wakanda overall? Did it work for you?
Yeah, look, I kind of want to first start off with its animation style. It's actually really, really interesting and really pretty, unique in its way as well. It just looks really nice, art style, and the animation's really cool. So, kudos to the crew for that. That actually did turn out really well here. In terms of just like the story overall for these 4 episodes, I enjoyed it for what it was. It's very sort of like enlightening to learn a bit more about the lore of Wakanda and its artifacts, and seeing the fact that they've gone out of their way to bring in history into these stories, which was actually really cool too. Like, especially the ancient Greece with the Trojan War, and the Golden City in China and all that sort of stuff. So, and then just sort of getting an idea of these spies from Wakanda, these agents, I should say, that have, like not really assimilated, but more so just sort of found a way to be part of that particular community in order to retrieve the artifact that they're after. So that's really cool. And the fact that each episode it's not like in the same year or the same timeline. It's like over periods of time. It goes from one era to the next. And And then you sort of learn from each episode what happened. They call it the history for them from their ancestors, which was from a previous episode that you watched, and you see them sort of talk about that. And it's like it was nice the way they decided to kind of bring those together as an overall sort of story. Really cool to see a particular character pop up that I myself have not been really introduced to because I've never seen the show of it, which I'm sure we'll get to soon.
Yes.
But no, it was just a really sort of really cool, very well animated show. So I'm okay with the fact that it was only 4 episodes. Each episode was about 30 minutes long each, which is a little bit longer than a normal animated episode in general. Usually they go for about 20, maybe 25 minutes at the most, but these are like 30 minutes each. And so it's nice kind of like, I also watched it in one sitting. So for me, it was almost like watching a movie sort of put together. If you put those episodes together, it was like watching a movie. So it was actually really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Mike, what about you? Your overall thoughts on Eyes of Wakanda?
Yeah, I was actually quite pleasantly surprised on how well they actually executed this this premise, because I wasn't too sure if I was going to watch it or not. Because I thought, I don't know. If I hear good things, then sure. But I haven't really heard much because, unfortunately, Disney has a thing of just dumping stuff that they don't have any like any, you know. Essentially, they just dumped it all and was like, there you go. There's the thing.
Yeah.
And it sort of was the same as with Riri. What's
Ironheart.
Ironheart. Another Ryan Coogler thing. Patterns. I like patterns. Yeah. But I did actually enjoy it on the premise that it's with Wakanda like being in the background. It's just like what were they actually doing? It's like, sure, trying to find all the artifacts that they're trying to bring home, and it's also talking about the duality of being what's the word, like isolatingness as well as being like prim and could lead to a bit leading towards like nationalism as well, and that sort of dynamic of, sure, we can like live apart, but the end, the final episode sort of dictates us like, well, you're all on this planet together, so, and it sort of leads towards to what the movies sort of set out to be. It's like reintroducing. It's like, this is what we're doing, and the ramifications for that is in the second movie of, well, you haven't really helped us, like throughout this thing. Well, where were you? It's like, well, we need to keep to ourselves as well, and we can't be the sort of, the first line of defense when it comes to this. Is like, sure, we can help, but we're not going to be like world police. That's basically it. And yeah, and overall, just little snapshots of history as well. Like, I got a kick out of the Trojan War as well. It's like, I get that, I know that, and the sort of parallel history when it comes to this fake history, but it's sort of in line with the actual like Odyssey as well, which is kind of fun, that I like to see. Yeah. Overall, I enjoy the hell out of it. Will there be a second one? I don't know what you can do. You don't want to overstay your welcome, like What If, and I do say that because a little Easter egg with What If. So see what you did there. You can always pinpoint where
Yes.
where where he is.
Yes. The Watcher. Yes.
Yeah, the Watcher.
Yes, the Watcher.
He's always watching, especially when shit's about to go down. I was like, ooh, this is going to be a special episode.
Yes. Okay, so yeah. Let's just piggybacking off what you're sort of getting at there, Mike. Something that I found really interesting that I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on in this show is like Wakanda is, you know, they're the protagonist of the show. Wakanda is a protagonist. All these different representatives of Wakanda that we see, whether they're Dora Milaje or the Dogs of War, or you know, you have the Royal Line, you know, and the Black Panther and all of that. So, but I kind of liked what this show did in terms of how it starts in one place of like, you know, our artifacts have been taken and we need to get them back. But then more time passes and then the connections with these artifacts just becomes changed from where they once were Wakandan to now we end up in the last episode with, you know, the removal of an artifact means the end of the fucking end of everything, basically. So I kind of was, because I was starting to get this vibe when I was watching the second episode, you know, where we see kind of the height of that episode where Memnon is forced to, you know, disregard his friend Achilles and go after what, you know, his mission is to retrieve this artifact and return to Wakanda with it. And you can see how conflicted he is, and I loved how they did that. But then, you know, he kills Achilles for it at the end, and you know, they tied it into the mythology really nicely with the Achilles heel thing and all of that, and I appreciated that. But then I'm watching it going, oh, this is wrong. I feel like this is wrong, and I feel like Wakanda is not entirely as altruistic as, you know, they should be in this. And I don't say that as a bad thing. I think that's really good, because then you get to the next episode, Lost and Found, and you have this conflict between the Iron Fist, who is like, no, you've taken something sacred to my people. You know, that she even mentions at one point, like, you know, this piece of vibranium may have been, you know, from your country, from your nation, and may hold a, you know, something special to you, but now so much time has passed, this actually means something to me, and you're taking something that's not yours. And then it's kind of changing the meaning of this whole thing, and I'm just going, I'm getting bad vibes from Wakanda. And then we get the last episode, which is like, you know, Mike wants to say something. Please go on.
It belongs in a museum.
Yes, great. Thank you for that. Yeah. No,
Sorry,
so
I
I
couldn't
just
help
really
myself.
liked. No, please. Hey, anytime Indiana Jones gets quoted, you must do it. You must.
Is he really the good guy?
Non-negotiable. Yeah. Exactly. So it's just I really like this progression of like, we see Wakanda as fully protagonist in the first episode with, like, you know, this defector has decided that now he's free, he's going to make himself into some sort of god and steal all these artifacts that now we have to get back. But then by the time that passes through history and we get to the 1800s, and then we get a time traveler being like, this is fucked, this is wrong, don't do this. And then how the fucking show then ends with that little tease of Killmonger standing in the museum, which I thought was chef's kiss, by the way. I feel like this is the story of the show, and it's like, you know, ownership of your heritage and your country, and you know, when to act and when not to act, and when is it right versus when is it wrong. And I just really liked how they explored that, and I found myself not wanting to, you know, I found myself rooting for the Iron Fist, you know, and I was rooting for Achilles, but I liked Memnon as well, and I wanted him to succeed. So I just really liked that the show was very complicated and that it lived in the gray area, you know. Did you guys feel the same, Fulya? Did you kind of see this progression of from, like, you know, altruism into just a little bit of shady goings on?
Yeah. So going from the first episode, it just sort of it started off as this young woman who was kicked out of the Dora Milaje because she was too like she doesn't listen to orders very well, and so in order for them, they decided that to get if she wants to be back in on the Dora Milaje, she needs to do something to redeem herself, and that is to go after the lion and get the artifacts back essentially. But it's one of those things that even when she comes across this character, the lion, and they have that conversation of but you're doing all these for Wakanda, where for a fact that you don't you have this free spirit in you. You don't want to be stuck in this one place. That's what I was like, and he was trying to sort of push that agenda onto her, but it kind of felt like it was kind of true for her, like she could feel it, but she didn't want to admit it. And she just ended up going back to the whole no, I'm doing this for my people, for Wakanda. And it was sort of like it, I don't know, like I also felt a little bit conflicted of that of this whole series in the way that they went about getting these artifacts back. And it kind of didn't make me feel good about it in the way that they did it, and I was just like I'm like,
interesting, right?
okay, yeah. So I'm like, why do I feel conflicted about these characters who are out there trying to do what they think is the right thing, but to me it doesn't feel like the right thing, because they're just like they don't go out of their way to kill to get the things that they need, because they already have it, right? From what we already learnt with the technology that they already have. But yeah, it just it sort of fucked with my brain a little bit, because I'm like thinking to myself, how are they going to get it without hurting people? No, they're going to have to hurt someone to get it back, because the other person's also being stubborn about it, and they've got their own value towards it, as towards the items or towards the conflicts or whatever is happening. Like Legends of Lies, that one I think pulled me apart a little bid more than the others, and especially considering that you had what'd you say his name was from Memnon, that's the one. Memnon and Achilles got along so well that Achilles said that he would trust Memnon with his life to that point, like they're brothers essentially. And the fact that
I think there's a little bit more in that relationship.
And then to the point that they ended up getting into a fight, because Memnon had his mission, and that's all he had on his mind. The only way that he would continue being in that group and to be with Achilles is getting his mission done. But then you think to yourself, then he would have used Achilles to get to that point to then grab the artifact and so on. And it just really made me think in so many, honestly, I felt like what's his name with the I had numbers just floating around in space, just in front of me, in front of my eyes. I'm like, but this calculation doesn't make sense. Why is this happening? And then I felt like, what's his name, doing the red cotton yarn on the pinboard and making the connections, and yeah,
on your murder board.
My murder board. Yeah, it was a roller coaster of a show, even though it was so short. Just in the way that my brain was trying to make everything work, and thinking to myself, hey, no, these characters are supposed to be the good guys. Why do they feel like the bad guys? Kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So
It's more nuanced.
Yeah.
Very nuanced.
It's
Yes.
compelling.
Yeah. What did you make of this aspect of it, Mike? Did you see the same and feel sort of the same things that we've picked up on?
Yeah, that's what was sort of enthralling for me because I don't know much about the Black Panther mythos, and I've only seen the 2 movies. So, and having said that, it's the main character is Wakanda, is sort of an interesting aspect to it. Like we don't really follow like one person's journey throughout. We just follow one person's journey for that particular episode. And the overarching thing is the history of Wakanda and where it's going to go and what they're sort of doing. They're keeping to themselves, and what does that take, especially with Lost and Found. I love the fact that they've taken aspects of history, like with the war on Troy between and the Trojan horse legend. Legend is lies, and there's a lot of great lines in that as well. Like legends are lies, and I'm gonna butcher it, but it's for stories told by people who weren't there to people who don't go out to make history, and I kind of like that sort of thing. It's sort of like what we are doing. We're actually seeing these stories. It's like fingers crossed. We 3 aren't going to go to war or anything like that, but we re-educate ourselves every time we see these stories over and over, and it was like, okay, this is the sort of thing that is the human way of life. And I like that aspect when it's put into this sort of form. Like this will be leaning towards like a bit more kid friendly sort of thing, especially when it's animation, and it's these stories are what we need to have. It's not necessarily black and white. It's like, oh, this is the bad guy, this is the good guy. It's life. It's religion. It's legend. It's stories throughout the years. And sure, you can keep to yourself, but if you're not going to be part of something, are you really human? Which I think is actually great. And yeah, a good iron fist is always nice.
Yes, there's always a plus. Yeah. And I kind of like too how that the series sort of ended up hinging on as well, like Wakanda's decision to, stay hidden versus putting themselves out in the public. How they've kind of tackled that in the movies, and here we are seeing it happen in this animated thing, hundreds of years before the events of the movies. And then, what does that do for them? And the fact that it leads to catastrophe, because of what happens when they chose. The one thing about that I found interesting was there wasn't really a time where the young prince sort of said, well, I won't become king then. I won't overthrow. I won't do this. But at the same time, I feel like I'm sitting there thinking, why doesn't he just say, I'm not going to do this, instead of just being like, let's just go put the axe back. But I think it's more about, you can say that all you want, but, he clearly states early on that there's like this want in him to make his mark on history and be a part of Wakandan legacy and all of this, and the fact that he's a prince is not going to amount to anything. Like the seeds of him wanting to overthrow the king or overthrow his brother or whatever are already there. So it's interesting that they also kind of don't go throw on that and be like, well, hey, but maybe they were just like, let's not just explain everything to the audience, and they can all kind of get out what they want. which is cool because yeah, eventually, obviously, Wakanda does end up in the public sphere, and for a very different reason, and things. The world kind of does end, but it's not because of Wakanda. So yeah, um, yeah. Well, so we've got some episodes here. We're not going to really dive into each story. I think maybe if we just talk about I don't know. I'm trying to think what's best to talk about here. Um, yeah, I don't know. I kind of liked how in the first episode they're setting up the whole thing. Um, with the dogs of war. And how that then just is the beginning because like it's these episodes as you guys have said they're standalone episodes, but then there's also this overarching connective thing. And I liked how I was hoping to get more of Noni, and I was really glad that she came back at the end of the second episode when she talks to Memnon. But I liked her character a lot in terms of just recognizing in her immediately that she's not going to follow rules and she's not going to abide by any kind of authority, and she has to go on her own path. And I loved how that then connected into what that represented for the dogs of war and those Wakandans that go out in the field, to go and find these artifacts and stuff. And yeah, and I really liked how she had that discussion with Memnon at the end of the second episode, and about how he's feeling because he had to kill his friend, and he's clearly conflicted, and but he also he should be happy that he's back. He's like, I've done my mission, I'm back, but I feel like an outcast in my own country now.
Yeah.
And that kind of relates to real life stuff too, I think.
Oh yeah. It's what happens to Frodo at the end of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, yeah.
It's that coming back from war, and you've changed, but your surroundings haven't, and is that a good thing?
Yeah, exactly. But no, I really liked that they put that in there, and then switch it up by episode 3 and kind of make it a bit comedic, which I thought was nice. Like to have the main characters in episode 3 be a little bit more, and especially the main one whose name escapes me right now. Got to bring it up. He was very funny.
Basha.
Basha, thank you. Yeah, I really liked him. Like he was just very unapologetically himself, so very much fitting of being a dog of war. But like, just it was also a little jarring at the beginning to see someone so egotistical. Like he was so like, I'm the best. I'm this. I'm gonna hook up with a Chinese lady while I'm here, and then turns out she's the Iron Fist, and it's he's so arrogant that he doesn't see what's right in front of him, kind of thing. So yeah. Yeah, Fully, do you have any thoughts on like sort of the dogs of war aspect and that connective tissue of like, we get these characters that are, a little out of the ordinary in terms of how they fit into the Wakandan story?
Yeah, like I think with the agents that actually go out to retrieve those artifacts, it's really interesting to sort of see their characters kind of grow a little bit throughout each of the episodes. And like you said, Kendall, the fact that they'd come home not feeling like a hero, more so that they don't feel like they belong anymore because they've been out for so long. And I honestly, like, especially in the episode Lost and Found with Basha, the fact that they decided to go a little bit more lighthearted in the content of the actual episode was really like, it was interesting that they decided to go in that direction. And I didn't mind that. It actually did make me giggle a few times throughout that episode as well, and just sort of. But the fact that he didn't want to go about, like, he didn't want to go by the rules. Like, he got what he went on his mission for. He retrieved it, but he retrieved more than just the artifact itself because he was in such a rush because he was supposed to do it more stealthily, and he didn't. He got caught red-handed essentially, and he ended up taking part of what was the Chinese culture's history as well. And so he just like, he didn't think anything of it because the part that he needed was attached to it and he didn't know how else to remove it. So yeah, it was just really interesting to kind of see that the way that they retrieve these artifacts, but then the way they feel after the fact was yeah, it was definitely um yeah, just very I don't know, like, it's very intriguing. I really like the way that they went about it, and then sort of showing you that, you know, even though they've gone out to do these missions, they don't always come back feeling good about it. So that's also in itself its own little conflict with those characters. So yeah, no, like, you pretty much hit most of the notes about that, Kendall, and I agree with pretty much all of it. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Nice. Well, thank you. Mike, what about you? How did you feel that the Dogs of War, our like central characters, sort of worked throughout the show for you? I can't hear you, Mike. Mike, your mic's off.
No, I don't.
Mike, you muted.
Nah.
Hey, there we go.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, ditto. Same thing. I kind of like with the Dog of War, just like where they started and where they sort of end up, and yeah, it's just a part of the Wakandan history that happens throughout the years, and it's kind of interesting how they sort of still have remnants of what they were like centuries ago, like especially with the different factions and that, and definitely the color schemes definitely help. Like you have the blues, and definitely the guards being the same sort of shade of red and all that. It's very very nice to see the sort of continuation with that, but with subtle differences throughout the years, because it would make sense if it's the same thing. Yeah. Yeah, I can't really add too much to that. It's a unique style, and I'm not sure if they're going to do more of this, because yeah, it would be cool if they do something like this again, but not really having the sort of everything's connected at the end sort of thing, and the watchers watching. But I do like the sort of what were Wakanda doing at this particular time, at this particular juncture in history. I mean, where were they at the fall of the Berlin Wall? You know, that sort of thing, and
Yeah.
and like ancient history as well. Were they there for like Babylon, basically? That would be an interesting of having this sort of Wakanda story mixed in with the Eternals sort of aspect. That will be an interesting sort of dynamic if they've sort of had their connections within. And then it would be a good excuse to rewatch Eternals again. Who knows?
Yeah, very much. Cool. Well, Fulia, you did mention this is your first interaction with Iron Fist. Which I don't think I don't remember seeing, because I think we did it. We might have done this on Trailer Park. I don't remember if there was a mention of Iron Fist when this was coming out. I don't think I realized until I heard Mark talk about it on Fat Man Beyond. There's an Iron Fist in this. But I really like this version of Iron Fist a lot. I thought she was really badass in the way she fought and snuck on the ship and got into, she breached the walls of, the unbreachable country. Which is, she made it look really easy, because it kind of was, because again, Basha, so arrogant, doesn't see anything. But no, I liked her. I loved her, the cowl she had with the mask. Looked really, really cool. And, just the way, she wasn't there to really kill anyone. She was just like, I'm here to just, it's not about you, it's about the artifact you've taken from me, and I am here to get it back. So yeah, and her and Basha being at odds for most of it was an interesting dynamic as well. All these lies between them. But no, I really enjoyed, and like the final fight scene in the gallery where all the artifacts are was pretty cool. Like I loved a lot of the cinematography they use. If you can say cinematography for an animated thing, I think you can. But I loved when the shards of that piece were on the floor and you were looking at their reflections in the artifact on the ground, like you see them fighting and stuff. I thought that was a really cool shot. And then really funny that at the end they just, made it really easy for her to get her using her Iron Fist powers to remove the tongue from the from the sculpture.
It was just a little tug and it was done. And it was like,
yeah,
that's all he had to do.
Yeah, and the fact that she was like, if you had mentioned this when we were back in my place, I would have just done this for you, and we wouldn't be here right now. I'm like, oh, great.
Yeah.
So this was all for no reason. I thought that was really funny. And then how they kind of spun it at the end as the other guy whose name is also
Ebo?
escaping me.
Ebo?
Ebo, yes, I liked him as well. Ebo was great.
Yeah.
But I liked how they spun it to the High Councilman. This was a training exercise, which made me think of Iron Man, which was fun. And just the fact that it was all planned and it wasn't, and now we know how easily we can be infiltrated, and now we know what to do to make it a security better. And I thought that was really funny. And then my other favorite shot of the episode with Iron Fist was the first time you actually see her use the fist and punch down, and everything goes like that was gorgeous. That was a gorgeous
cool.
shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really hope we get to see more of Durrani at some point. I would really like to see more of her.
Make her canon. Make her canon.
Technically, she is.
Technically, she is canon, I suppose. Yeah, but give her her own little mini series. The Adventures of Durrani, the Iron Fist.
I would watch that Iron Fist more so than the other one.
I think a lot of people would fully
would.
I think a lot of people would. That would probably be really cool to do live action as well, but I don't think they'll go down that well again with Iron Fist.
Animated, it'd still be good.
Animated would be fine. Yeah. So for your first time with the character, you kind of got a very brief crash course on how she gets her powers and the mythology behind it.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Yeah, look, I didn't obviously this episode doesn't really go into too much detail about the Iron Fist. It's literally just her explaining herself and her background, and then that was it. Boom, done. It It was very, very quick, very swift, and yeah. So it was nice to sort of meet that kind of character. It's a very powerful character, um, and I would hope that we get more of this particular character in the future, because I would definitely want to learn a lot more about Iron Fist in terms of the lore, the where the whole history of Iron Fist came from, where it started, and all that sort of stuff. So,
Well, there's 2 seasons you can watch. It's all there for you.
I mean, I could do that, couldn't I?
You could. That would be interesting. We could do an Iron Fist rewatch for the podcast. That'd be
Yeah.
fun.
Get me
Jesus.
onto the Netflix versions of the Marvel shows, because I haven't watched
Yes.
any of them apart from a few episodes of Daredevil.
Yeah.
That'd be a ride.
Nice.
Anyway, but
Yeah.
Iron Fist was really cool in this episode. I just wish there was more of it to sort of learn about that character. So we'll see. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Nice. Mike, what about you? Did you enjoy this iteration of Iron Fist?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Iron Fist is what it is. Clearly, there's more than there's going to be more than one, especially when you're dealing with back in time. And like there's always whoever's taking the mantle sort of thing with these characters, and especially with like Black Panther as well, because we get to see a Black Panther in this, and not necessarily the one that we're used to. But she's from the future. In 500 years. Wow. Yeah, the fighting choreography has got to be good. I do give him props for that. It's like, you know, you're watching a cartoon, but still it looks great. It looks phenomenal. Looks like it hurts. I like it.
Nice. Yeah, it does look like it is. It's quite good. Yeah. Speaking of the Black Panther, that was really interesting and really harrowing to kind of have this time travel element and jumping back to be like, oh, these aliens came here and fucked us. They fucked us real hard. And I gotta say, I loved the animation on the aliens. Whatever they were, you know, I was trying to look to see if there was like connections to any like existing MCU species, but I don't think I've ever seen, because these kind of looked like some of the bugs from Starship Troopers, but on steroids, like just these giant, pincers and teeth and tentacles and it's all happening. But I really loved the fight scenes, like when they were jumping back and forth between, the young prince and his fellow agent, as they're trying to go put the axe back, and you've got the war in Ethiopia going on there, the conflict there, and then it's juxtaposed with the future fight. And then, the fact that the Queen, the Black Panther, she's like, we just have to hope, basically, that they do the right thing and our futures reset. But until then, we have to keep fighting. Our mission isn't over. So, yeah, I thought the way the show kind of ended and came together was done really well. I don't really have too much else to add, but Fulya, do you have any final thoughts on maybe the ending, the last episode, or just anything in general about the show?
Yeah, no, the last episode was really cool. But I was a little bit sort of confused in the terms of why there was a bit of time jumping happening. But I suppose it kind of worked in terms of the way that they wanted to wrap up this particular sort of run of the show. And it was also really interesting to see that this particular Black Panther from the future was coming back to not even from the future. It was a different timeline altogether. And apparently, things didn't go so well for her. So she's like, you know what? You need to do this to save your Wakanda. So make sure you take back the artifacts and make sure they go back where you found them. Exactly where you found them.
Yeah, it's not just Wakanda, it's to save the world.
Yeah.
Higher stakes.
So, yeah, exactly. And then, having this sort of prince who hasn't really seen much action, but has read a lot of books on history. He is one history buff. And the fact that he was still able to work things out, the fact that he believed in this particular Black Panther, to go out of his way to risk his life to put the hammer back where he got it from. That was, that was very brave of him.
Yeah.
So yeah, this last episode was really interesting. Kind of wish it had a little bit more depth to it. Like it felt like it was a bit rushed in a way. It was like as soon as they grabbed the hammer, they started going. When they got home, they didn't even get to report what happened on their mission, and all of a sudden, bang! All right, we need to get it back. So yeah, it was a cool episode. It was a great way to wrap up the show as well. And yeah, it was like this whole run was very cool to watch.
Yeah, it was. It was very nice. Yeah, Mike, your final thoughts on this one? Any thoughts on the way it all came together, or just in general on the show?
Yeah, I actually did like this episode, and it's sort of its message as well of you want to be part of history. You want your name in the books, but sometimes the best people are the people who are unnamed and did great things. Like the unknown soldier comes to mind. The people who fight, who not necessarily are big names, but it's always the generals that we know. And with this, where it takes place where if you can, yeah, sort of with the Superman thing, if you're not striving to be the main guy, the main hero, as long as you help people, be nice and help as much as you can. That's punk rock, and that's the best thing that you can do. It's not necessarily I'm doing this for acclaim. I'm doing this because it's the right thing to do. And having like something in the future, it definitely reminded me of like Days of Future Past, where the future, we don't have to go into the future to see, okay, if future can be all screwed up, and go back to the past as what can you change in the present to actually help people in the future. That goes with environment or anything like that. You just need someone to say, hey, you're doing this for the wrong reason. Sometimes things need to stay where they are, and they don't belong in a museum. And Indiana Jones has always been the bad guy. or even in the first episode, in the first movie, the events would happen anyway, even with or without Indiana Jones being involved.
Yeah. He didn't make a difference.
Yeah, and that's the same as this episode. Maybe you should leave well enough alone. And sometimes people need to know that. And that is my TED Talk.
Nice. Cool. All right. I think we're done then.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right.
Oh,
Those
I
are our
will
thoughts and
say.
eyes of Wakanda. Yes,
Sorry,
go on.
I will say, because Professor Hulk says you can't go back and change the future, and the thing of Back to the Future is a bunch of bullshit. No, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
So you're wrong, Banner. You're wrong.
Yes.
You're wrong.
Banner is wrong.
Banner's
Banner
always
is
wrong.
wrong. Yes. Banner's always wrong. Yeah, that was funny. I read something that mentioned that. I was like, that's right. We've done time travel before, and this was a whole thing. Yeah.
Preordained
Good stuff.
history change has always been a thing.
Yes. Indeed. Indeed it has. All right. That's it. We're done.
Yeah.
Those are our thoughts on Eyes of Wakanda. I hope you enjoyed. I'm really glad it was better than I expected. So that is a win for me. And for us. So
Yeah.
excellent. That's the show. We're done. Time to get on out of here. A 1, a 2, a 3,
And that was a podcast called Fred. Da, 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 da. Music.
Yes. Remember to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky for the latest Fred content.
If you like to listen to Freddy Alien, you can find us on SoundCloud, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts.
If you'd like to watch Fred the Alien, you can head over to youtube.com/Fred the Alien Productions. If you're watching us right now, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to be notified of future goodness. And if you're watching us live over on Twitch, make sure to give us a follow, twitch.tv/Fred the Alien Twitch.
Yes, I've been a Kendall Richardson.
I've been a Fulya and Michael.
And I've been the Iron Bum, Michael Lister. I've got an Iron Bum. And you just experienced a podcast called
Fred.
Remember to eat beef.
Remember, Freddy lives, Loki dies, the Doctor is in, and Wakanda forever, and ever, and ever, and ever. And ban those people for spreading spam.
Alright. Remember to look after yourself and your mental health, everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Laters, Gators,
And
see.
see